Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so today you have Powell finishing up his testimony this morning. So I thought, what better time since we're not taking any uh, regular stock market trades? What better time than to mess around with the futures account, the funded account that I started last night? And I wanted to give you a little bit of I guess, a little bit of a rundown of. Uh, why trade futures over options, number one, and a little bit of how the Topstep platform works and why you might use that over um, your own funds. So there's pros and cons to both. I'm probably going to do another full video on that, but yeah, I've been learning a ton over the past 24 hours. And I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of a update of where I'm at. So I did go with the so here's Top Step, right? So what's a prop firm? What if you go back? First of all, you should watch my first futures videos as to what is futures, why to trade futures. So that's kind of part one. All right, that answers the basic questions. Um, Now, Topstep is probably the leading uh, uh, prop firm or funded account firm. And these are very appealing, especially to people that may not have the funds to trade with. Now, the micros, so you have we're going to focus mostly on the ES and the ME, or I'm sorry, the ES and the NQ. So that's the S&P and the Nasdaq, or the MES and the MNQ, which are the micro S&P and micro Nasdaq. So think of um, the reason they came up with the micros is because you need large margin to trade the ES and especially the NQ. It does vary by platform, but I was looking on Tradeovate, and it appears you need about $12,000 margin or capital to start with to trade the ES for about 500 per contract. That's the S&P, and about double that in both for the Nasdaq. Now, the if that sounds like a lot, well, you're right. To the average person who's trying to, maybe make some money with trading, get into this, they may not have 10 or 12 or $25,000 to start. So they came up with micro contracts, which is think of it just like about a tenth of the contract. So you'd need about a tenth of the margin, a tenth of the capital. So for a lot of people, $1,200 is a lot easier to come up with than $12,000. Now, all that being said, or for the Nasdaq, I think it's about a little over $2,000 is easier to come up with than $20,000, right? Um, but even still, that could be enough to turn people off, at least for the average person. So they have what's called prop firms. So what prop firms are is what they will do is they will let you trade on basically a demo account, and it will basically track the trades. And once they see that you're a good enough trader and that you're a profitable trader, um, you can you can start trading with real money and with their money, and then from there you can there's certain after you become a funded trader, as they call it. Um, so here, I'll break it down for you, and you'll see why this is appealing to people who might not have a lot of money, but may want to trade, with with more capital, with other people's money. I mean, there's quite a few reasons why someone might want to trade with a funded account, right? So here's the breakdown, and here's what I've learned. And if I have to come back and correct myself on any of this, then I'll do so. But this is what I've learned, and this is the gist of it, right? So essentially, they have what's called a combine, okay, and this is where you show that you can be a profitable trader. Um, so they have these monthly rates here, okay. Basically, you get one shot of this a month, and then if you fail, and basically, let's say you go past the loss limit here. So right here, 50K, you would have your buying power here. So let's say immediately you took a huge loss and your account went below $48,000 because your maximum loss is $2,000, right? So right out the gate, I'm talking about you took a $3,000 loss, or it wouldn't let that. It would stop you out before that, but a $2,001 loss. Okay, so you've now blown up your account. Okay, um, so you can either wait till the next billing cycle and then try again, or you can pay a reset fee. And you can do this as many times as you want, pay this reset fee. And I believe the reset fee is basically your monthly fee all over again. So if you were in the 50K account, you would have to pay a $49 reset fee to start over again. And then you just start over from scratch with your $50,000 trading in the demo account. And your profit target is to get to your to above this, so to $53,000. And in this one, you would look to get to $56,000, and you would have a 3,000 max limit. So you can see here how they're kind of different, right? So so where do you start? I mean, there's no, there really so, God, there's just so much information here. It's hard for me to keep track of what I want to give you at once. Um, So you can really start wherever. There's nothing wrong with starting here. One of the reasons that I think these are a good idea is because it helps practice risk management. You're not taking huge losses, because if you do, you're going to blow up your account. You're going to have to either wait till the next month and you're billed again, or you can pay the 40, whatever your reset fee is here, which is, again, I believe it's this number right here, and start over again, give it another shot. And you can do this, you can blow up your account as much as you want, you know what I mean? But And then there is a fee of, I believe, it's $150. I think it's $149 after you pass. So after you hit your profit target and they say, okay, you're a fundable trader, then you are given you can trade with real money from there. Um, and there's I believe, $150 fee, activation fee for after you're funded, and you only pay this after you pass. And they say, okay, you're a profitable trader. You've stopped blowing up your account, or if you pass the first try, which I'm looking to do. Then you would pay the $149 activation fee, and you would become a funded trader and start trading with real money. Now, one of the advantages to this is you're trading with their money, and you have access to their capital, and quite a bit of it, right? So now, it's, in my opinion, it is not. See, you have these max positions. It's not, in my opinion, you shouldn't be trading 5 contracts on this. You should be trading like one, or maybe 2 on this one, or maybe 3 at a time on this one. And I'm talking about the big contracts here, the big ES and the big NQ. So not the micros. With these funded accounts, you probably stay away from the micros. I believe you can trade them, but I would stay away from them. Just start with one, one big NQ or one big ES. I would probably start with ES is a good place to start, the S&P. Um, and start there. And you can practice first. You can have a practice account, and I believe that's what I have going here. I want to show you a little bit. So I just started today. And another thing about funded accounts, something that I really want you guys to take into account here is it's all about risk management, and I've been screaming this at you guys for since the beginning of time. It feels like, um, but this may be a tool that actually helps you guys um, practice risk management. Um, so some of these trades I just took to just again, this is my first time. Another thing uh, that's good about this is you can make trades right on TradingView, and this is just, I mean, uh, it's an absolute game changer for me. Um, and I'll show you. Where's the ES? Here we go. Here's the MES. So you can see I was kind of just playing around with taking trades here. You would never really take this many trades here in and out like I did. But again, I was just trying to play around, trying to figure out, okay, how do I, how do you buy? How do you sell? And I mean, it's just as simple as this. You buy here, right? Okay. So your order filled. And again, I'm right on TradingView, right? And I'm not going to stay in this trade. I may even lose money on this trade. I'm just kind of try to show you how it works, right? So like if you want to play here, you're like, okay, there's no buy signal, but you just wanted to play a quick, oh, I want to play this bounce, this support bounce. You would just buy here at market, and then you can see here your profits are going up again, up and down. Again, this is the MES. So this is the micros, and I'll show you on the big ones too. And then when you want to sell, you would just simply sell at market, right? And there you go. So I took like a $2 loss on that. That probably brought my profits and loss down. Um, but yeah, so here, let me show you where I'm at. So as you can see, I am at 200. Started with $50,000. I'm now at $50,200. And again, just playing around, right? So this isn't like, I was like super serious about this. I'm more figuring out, okay, how do you buy and sell, that sort of thing. And over the next couple days, and again, one of the great things about the futures market is it is open 23/7. So it's open 23 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can trade overnight. Now, with Top Step Trading, you cannot hold positions overnight, but the markets, I mean, with Top Step, so you'd have to close by like 4:10 p.m., but then you can reopen again at 6 p.m. So there's really like 2 hours that you can't trade within that, according to Top Step. Um, so that's what I mean by not holding overnight, So it's not like options contract where, fuck, I'm stuck in this position. I got in at 3 o'clock, and now I have to wait till fucking 9:30 in the morning to sell it. And the market's doing this and that. And, I want to take profits or I want to stop out, and you can't do it. And that's what I love about futures, and why I'm kind of trying to get into this. Um, so what else? What else? What else do I want to show you here? So yeah, so as you can see here, gross profits, $292 minus all the fees. Again, I would never take all that. You can see it's a ton of fees. You never want to pay that. A third of your profits and fees, right? You can see I was profitable on 67 of my trades. My longest trade was about 4 minutes. Average trade was just a minute. Now, again, granted, this is just like this is all going to change. So I'm just kind of playing around here, right? Um, Profitable trades, 66%. Almost any trader would say that's a good winning percentage. For me, I look for over 80, and I think that's achievable with the systems that I have. Um, what else? So there's a total. There's your winning trades, losing trades here, and this is all through the Top Step, and it's connected through Tradeovate. Um, the one thing I would say is you have to pay $7 a month for real time data. You don't need that when you start practicing trading, but I would for sure have that by the time you start actually trading for real here. And honestly, just pay the fucking $7. You know what I mean? Take it seriously, right? $7. Um, let's see. Total profits, number of winning trades 14, number of losing trades 7, uh, largest winning trade, largest losing trade. So yeah, my profits would be a lot higher, except I hit on this trade. I hit the I meant to hit the sell button. I hit the buy button again. I ended up taking, so instead of cutting my losses, I ended exacerbating losses. And so another thing about futures, especially with the big contracts, you can make or lose a lot of money very quickly. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean here in a minute. Um, yeah. Let's see what else. Cash history. So this just kind of shows you. Again, it goes through. If it loads, no, you're not gonna load. Okay. Well, that's weird. Yesterday, tonight. Let's go back. All right, it's not really loading for me right now, so I'll come back to this one. But anyway, cash history. This just shows you, okay, how much did you make on a trade, and then it'll break down even the fees for it. So again, this profits and losses does take fees into consideration. So um, what else? Okay, so why futures over options? So number one, big thing, obviously, market open 23/7. Okay, so you have more time to trade, more time to take trades. Um, there's no Greeks. Okay, so there's no theta, time decay. There's no implied volatility, so you can't make or lose money from implied volatility. Um, and again, one of the biggest things for me is, again, you can just take trades right from TradingView, which I showed you with the mini ES here. Um, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a whole video on actually how to do this. It was a little complicated to actually get up and going. You guys, you may have an easier time than me. Uh, but as you can see here, it's real simple. Again, this is linked right through Tradeovate, through the top step, right? And uh, as you can see here, our profits move, and this is a MES contract. You'll see. Let me let me change this back to money real quick. Um, let's do this. Uh, let's do this because this is the default. And I think this is how I want to keep it actually. Um, so as you can see, if you bought um, And again, this is just I'm just going off the 1 minute chart here. Um, Now, I wouldn't actually take a trade here because there's really kind of nothing doing except maybe like you're going to bounce here, but also maybe not. But just to show you the difference between how the MES contracts move and the big ones, the ES, um, I'm going to show you. So again, this is a demo account. So let's say we are, let's say, are we losing support here? Maybe. Again, I would never really take a trade here, but so I'm shorting this here, right here. So I sell to market, and as you can see here, you can see the profits and losses go up and down. And as you can see, I bought one mini contract, right? So as you can see, it's just going up $1.50, $1.25, per tick type thing. So let's say I wanted to sell there. Let's sell. I probably didn't even make money on that one, but oh, I see. I just did it again. So now I have to buy these two back. Okay, I made money on that one. This is why it's important to mess around with a demo account first, right? Because if you just see what I just did, um, I shorted it and bought it, right? But then I also went and hit sell again and it bought another contract short. What I have to do is hit buy and that will close out the position. Now I have no positions open. See what I mean? But you can see how easy that is, right? So you could say it was just going up, what, $1.25. Now with the ES, it's 10 times that. Okay. So MES is 10, it's a fraction, tenth of a fraction of it, right? So with the MES, this thing's going to go up and down. Um, See, 10 times that, right? So now I'm down 12.50 instead of 2.50. Now I'm down 25, yada, yada, yada. So what did I buy? Let me get out of this trade. So yeah, I made 25 bucks right there. So you can see you can make or lose a lot of money real quick with these big ones, right? Um, and if you buy 10, what is it? So if you bought 10 of the mini ones, you know, you might as well just buy a big one, you know. But let's say you only wanted to buy a fraction, so you could buy like two of the minis or three of the minis, and it's good for smaller accounts, and you need much less margin. So, um, anyways, I think that's a pretty good first video. I think there's a lot of information there for you guys to adjust. What I want you guys to do is, if you like the information, I want you to like and subscribe. And also, if you have any questions, I want you to comment below on what questions you might have or what information you might want to see in future videos. So, but I'm really excited about this. It kind of takes away all the crap I don't like and and keeps what I want with trading, right? And it makes it easier in a lot of ways. I'm really, really excited about this. And honestly, I think you guys should be too. So, um, anyways, that's it. That's all I got for this video. And I'm going to play around with it more. And I'm looking to start trading with some real money pretty soon. Because, I mean, the charting's the same. That's the most important thing to me. You know, your everything that I've taught you in terms of technical analysis translates here. Okay, so that's the biggest thing, and that's our strength, right? Like that's why we're good at what we do. So now we're just transferring this to a different and potentially better venue, and we're going to take advantage of that. So. Anyways, that's all I got for this video. Again, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. And comment any questions below. Thanks, guys.